Yeah, so I've looked at the board. I think I have to come into France, which isn't ideal because I can't then use the fighters to attack West Russia next turn, but the consequences of him coming in here are just pretty disastrous because he'll take this one, this one, this one, and also France. It's just he'll be up 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 IPC, so I think I've got to come in here to hopefully block the Ahmed Shuk, which is possible. Can take all of those units, just be pretty disastrous, so got to go there. Not ideal, but I think I've still got enough to cause vast amount of threat here, especially with the bomber being built as well. Okay, so there we go. Let's phase. Just make sure I didn't leave anything in there. They're all moving out, right? So 1, 2, 3, Northwest Europe, 2, 3. And also means we hold on to this one to deny 6 IPCs to the enemy, so I think that makes sense. We've still got a strong force up here. We're just down 4 fighters. Not ideal, but all right. Always double check defense profile before finishing the turn. So now if you have a look here, we've concentrated our forces really nicely up here now. So 13 tanks, a good number of, got to build artillery. We're still threatening Sea Zone 7 with like four fighters, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be expensive to replace something there. He probably will anyway, but we'll now decide to come in with the US fleet, maybe into Sea Zone 8, something like that. But nevertheless, we've concentrated in a huge way all the forces up here. It's got nothing that can sink into Germany just yet. I think this is a little bit unpalatable. I can't hold it for much longer, but if I can just hold them off one more turn, that'll be good, and then these will come back. They'll have to start probably coming back. He's probably going to be able to take France next turn. But again, I can't spread my forces too thin. I've got to have a strong attack here. You can't just spread your forces all over the place. You've got to have the strong, pretty much the entire German army that can go up here is here. And then we'll have just a force just strong enough to hold it here, which I often wouldn't even do. Sometimes you even have to just surrender it, but we'll try for one more turn. These guys will suit off here, and then it's just going to be basically infantry here. This is our last little wave of guys who can just quickly make it up to the front in one turn, and then we'll be just troops and maybe a bomber to cause a little bit more risk. Then this here is probably going to be annoying for him because he's going to want to. He can smash it, but he doesn't want to. He wants to get everything into India as much as possible. So I'm hoping that does the job. Just to hold off one more turn, and then what I'll do is I'll use the tanks up here, and then I'll probably be able to swing back at some stage to help with the defence of Germany. Inevitably, he's going to come in. Amund will come in very, very strong against Germany by about round 5. It's going to be really, really strong attacks. And I might be trading these guys, but you can't afford to have the Allies get a foothold here and be able to keep it and get a stronghold on France. That's pretty disastrous for Germany. So I could probably allow it for a turn or two, but then I'll have to swing the tanks back, a lot of forces back, maybe a large Japanese air force in here to avoid any strong capture of Northwest or France. All right, well, Seldon signing off.